Tonight, President Trump looking to shift blame to his predecessor for a U.S. economy that shrank during the start of his second term.
You probably saw some numbers today, and I have to start off by saying that's Biden. That's not Trump, because we came in on January.
America's GDP down 0.3% in the first 3 months of this year. Trump the president for all but 20 days of it. The decline seen as a reaction to the president's trade war. U.S. production down, analysts say, largely because so many businesses rushed out to buy imports before tariffs kicked in. Meanwhile, the president also blaming Biden for sharp drops in the stock market, posting, quote, "This is Biden's stock market, not Trump's. I didn't take over until January 20th. That's despite posting last year under President Biden that, quote, "the Trump stock market was booming because of his poll numbers." He was pressed today.
You're saying that's the Biden stock market, yet you are the president. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I'm not taking credit or discredit for the stock market. I'm just saying that we inherited a mess. We came in on January 20th. So this is Biden. And you could even say the next quarter is sort of Biden, because it doesn't just happen on a daily or an hourly basis.
And the president again acknowledging his border tax on Chinese imports could hurt American consumers.
Somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know? And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
At a rally in Michigan overnight, arguing his tariffs are critical to boost American business.
After decades of politicians who destroyed Detroit to build up Beijing, you finally have a champion for workers in the White House, and instead of putting China first, I'm putting Michigan first, and I'm putting America first.
Businesses divided on the tariffs' impact. Master Hatters in Texas makes its hats here and supports Trump's tariffs.
It's going to hurt our competition because they're buying product made in Mexico or China or wherever it's made at.
But at a beauty supply shop in Memphis, where most of their stock comes from China, the tariffs have created deep uncertainty.
As a small business, having a cash flow to try to beat the tariffs is difficult, right? Because we're very lean. The reality is some of that has to be passed to the consumer.
Garrett, let me ask you tonight, the Senate is voting on a resolution about the Trump tariffs. Exactly what are they doing?
Yeah, that's right, Lester. It's a bipartisan resolution to end the national emergency that President Trump has used to implement the tariffs. But it's all symbolic, as it would not pass or likely even be brought up on the floor for a vote in the House. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.